Guys, are you asking yourself what is the easiest pathway to Canadian permanent residency? If you're asking yourself that question, guess what? You aren't the only one. Canada has several PR programs, and most people assume that the Express Entry system is the only program that Canada offers for PR. So in this video, I'm going to be letting you know that there's a program called the Provincial Nomination Program, and whether you are inside Canada or outside Canada, this might just be your only shot to get permanent residency for Canada. Hi, once again, I am Julius, and I'm a licensed regulated Canadian immigration consultant who have helped several individuals and families achieve permanent residency in Canada. So if you are thinking about coming alone or moving with family, not to worry, because I got you covered. The Provincial Nomination Program, fondly called the PMP Program, lets individual provinces attract skilled workers to settle in their region. So why do they need these skilled workers? To help blossom economic growth, to address shortages of skilled workers in their region, and also some places are also experiencing population decline, and this attraction of skilled workers through the PMP programs can also help them resolve that challenges in their region. So basically, most people get this all confused because they think when you talk about PMPs or provincial nomination, they're just speaking about just one program. There are different provinces in Canada that operate their own different PMPs, and also each of these provinces also have different streams that they run their PMP through. So in this video, I'm going to let you know how the PMP program works in general. I will be talking more about the Ontario Provincial Nomination Program, but in subsequent videos, I can also talk about other provinces as well. One province can have many streams, okay? So I will talk about a couple of them, give you guys like a general outlook of how the stream works, and also things to know whether you qualify for the program or not, although these things have to do with like having a personal section with me for me to give you that guidance. But I'll give you general ideas about what makes one qualify for provincial nomination program. So if you are finding this video helpful so far, please click the like, comment, and subscribe to make sure that you don't miss my next video, because doing so will let YouTube know that you care about honest immigration advice from videos like this. Canada has different provinces, and these provinces operate the Provincial Nomination Program, which is an immigration program that helps them attract skilled workers to resolve shortages of labor force in their regions. And also, these skilled workers can also resolve the population decline that most of these provinces are experiencing, and also help economic growth in these regions. Okay, so each provinces have their own PMP program, also called provincial nomination, that help to solve all these challenges that they are facing. All right, so most people get this all confused and think that when you talk about provincial nomination or PMP, you're speaking about just one program. In the actual sense, a province can also have up to 9 streams under their particular PMP program. So all these streams all have different requirements. So in this video, I'm going to let you know how this PMP program works in general. I'll be focusing more on the Ontario PNP program, which is also called the OIMP, and also telling you about the little things that have to do with the requirements for you to be eligible for the program in general. So in general, most provinces establish their streams under the PMP program different ways. So they're also very strategic in thinking about how can they tap in from all the resources both in their region and outside Canada. So they have streams for skilled workers who are in Canada working in their particular region, in their particular location. They have streams for those who they are in their region, but they are living currently in a rural region. So they have streams dedicated towards targeting those kind of people who are in their region, but they want to also expand economic growth towards those rural areas. They also have streams for those who are in particular industries that are experiencing high shortages of skilled workers in, for example, healthcare, construction trades, and things of that nature. So these streams are dedicated towards attracting those skilled workers in their regions who can actually help economic growth because of the decline of the labor force within those categories. They also have streams for entrepreneurs, for those who want to invest in their regions. They have streams for them. They have streams for those who actually are educated in their region, who have a Canadian education in their region, and they don't want to lose out from that potentials that they have. So they've created streams for those who studied in Canada in their region, for them to attract and retain those skilled workers, those talents in their region. So don't think about PMP program as just one single pathway for Canada. There are different streams of that PMP program, and for you to make the best out of it, you have to explore and look at what works best for you. Just the way provinces have been strategic towards attracting skilled workers through different streams, you also have to be strategic about thinking about how you can actually tap into those streams in the near future. Here is the good news. Provinces also understand that they may not necessarily find all the skilled workers that they need inside Canada, which is why they also have a stream. Most of them also have a stream to attract skilled workers from outside Canada. So if you're based outside Canada, there may be a stream for you to tap into provincial nomination, depending on the province you are looking out for. So do not be discouraged. Make sure you seek professional guidance from professionals like myself to let you know what works best for you in terms of your options for PMP. So in this video, I'll be focusing more on the OIMP program, which is the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program. That's their own PMP program. Basically, they have several streams, about 8 to 9 streams, but I'm talking about a couple of them in this video. So the first one on my list is the Human Capital Priority Stream. The Human Capital Priority Stream. So this stream is linked towards the expert-centric system, meaning that you need to have high skilled work experience for you to tap into this stream. We're talking about those who have work experience within the categories of tiers 0, 1, 2, or 3, where 0 is talking about those who are managers or related occupations. And we also have tier 1 for those who are professionals, like for example doctors, engineers, and the likes. And we also have tier level 2 and 3 that cuts across those who are like technicians and trades and things of that nature. So if you want more guidance about this, you want to connect with me for me to give you more insight of where you fall into when it comes to the tier categories. So these streams also require you to have good English language ability or French language ability. The minimum is a CLB of 7, which is also called a Canadian language benchmark of 7. So if you have 7 means the minimum, but if you have more than 7, your chances will also be higher to be selected to apply for this stream. Also, even if you're outside Canada, you can also tap into this stream. If you're also living outside Ontario, but you're inside Canada, you can also tap into this stream. So again, I told you, every provinces, they are very strategic in their thinking, and they also know that they may not get all the skilled workers that they need inside their region, which is why they create certain streams to attract those outside their region. So the second on my list is the foreign worker stream. So this one requires you to have at least 2 years or skilled work experience, right? In addition to that, you need to have a job offer, a permanent full-time job offer from an Ontario employer who can support you for provincial nomination. All right. So again, your employer must support you. They have to create your job offer in their own in the government portal, and also before you can take it off from there. So if you need more guidance about this, connect with me. Another stream on my list is the international student stream. The national student stream. So this stream does not need work experience. You don't need to have work experience. You need to study in Canada and you must study in Ontario, by the way, or any other provinces that have recognized education. There's a list of schools that you can study in, but one thing you have to bear in mind is that the program have to be either a diploma program for let's say a 1 year a postgraduate diploma program, or if it's an undergraduate program, it must be 2 years in duration. Okay, it must be 2 years in duration. But this stream requires to have a permanent job offer from an Ontario employer. Okay, and you have to be working. You have to dedicate your time to work in the province as well. All right. So, and your factors that you have, like your past education, could also count for this stream. So, even if you have education outside Canada, you can also use that to also boost your chances for this stream. If you studied outside Toronto, eastern region of Ontario, or northern region of Ontario, your chances can also go high for this stream as well. Another stream on my list is the in-demand stream. So I told you guys, provinces are thinking very smart. So they have this stream for those who have lower occupational skill level. For example, those in tier level 4 and 5. So you find yourself in 4 and 5, like for example, personal support worker that do home-to-home services, like caregivers. These kind of workers can also fit into this stream. And also, if you have agricultural skill work experience within the level 4 and 5, there's a list for all these because they can't take everybody within the tier level 4 and 5. There's a list that they are targeting within for them to qualify for this stream. All right. So again, this particular stream, which is called the in-demand stream, you need at least 9 months of work experience. In Canada for an Ontario employer. So you need at least 9 months of work experience. And on top of that, you need to have a permanent full-time job offer for you to also navigate this stream. We also have other educational streams as well for Ontario. We have those who study the master's degree in Ontario, for those who study the PhD program in Ontario, but it must be Ontario, unlike the international student stream that talks about work experience, education from other provinces outside Ontario. This particular master's degree and PhD stream, you need to have your education done in Ontario as well. So again, there are multiple streams. There are a lot of streams. The last one I want to talk about is the entrepreneurs as well. It used to be a thing in Ontario, but right now it's temporarily paused in Ontario. But it doesn't mean you can also explore entrepreneurial streams in places like Alberta, BC, and the likes of Manitoba. So again, if you need support in this process, you want to hit me, drop me a message, or send me a message, and I will guide you through what works best for you for the streams. So guys, here's the bottom line. You don't need a job offer for every stream. While some stream may require job offer, some other stream may not require job offer. You don't need to live in Canada for you to apply for some of these streams, although living in Canada can also make you qualify for more of these streams, and that's why you have to be very strategic there. Language result requirement for this stream varies, right? For PMP varies rather. So while for some streams may require you to have high level of English language or French language ability, some other streams require lower language requirements. So you have to consult a professional for you to know what works best for you, depending on the stream that you qualify for. Expert entry isn't always required. So if you are worried about your age, oh, I'm over 40 years old, can I fit into PR? Then, PMP might just be a way forward for it, because it gives you that extra advantage for you to navigate PR without the expert entry system that would box you up because of your age. And your success depends on the pathway that you are choosing, right? Not just the province. So you have to be very strategic about your moves regarding the PMP programs. And again, you want to make sure that you connect with me. Whether you are based outside Canada, you are based inside Canada, outside Ontario, inside Ontario, make sure you are very serious about your immigration plans, and I will guide you through what you need to know, first of all, for you to meet the requirements, and what you have to do to achieve permanent residency through the Provincial Nomination Program. I'm going to match your background. I'm going to look at what you have in your background and compare them to the requirements, okay? And see what are you fit into, so that you can make the best out of time and the best out of your resources that you have within your possession. So make sure you use the link in my bio to book a consultation section with me. Please like, comment, drop a comment, please. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss future videos like this from my channel. Thank you once again, and bye for now.